it's Vicky here from Crafty Heaven, and thank you very much for joining me today, and thank you for joining me on another video for my No Specialty Dies pop-up card series. I'm hoping that you're enjoying them, what I've brought to show you so far, and we are on the third week, so I can't believe we're already on the third week. It's gone so quick. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make this lock card. You turn this one this way and then this one this way, and then it opens up to reveal your area that you would write your message on. And then to lock it back up, you just turn that one that way and that one that way. And as you can see, we've got movement, so it's easier for this to move. And I think this has turned out really nice, and I hope that you enjoy making this card. And let's get started. Simply Cards and Papercraft issue 247, and you get this beautiful stamp set and die. I've been so excited to use this, and I've just never got around to using it, so I thought I would use that in today's video. You also get some free paper, which are absolutely gorgeous. So this is what the paper looks like that you actually get with the physical copy itself. So there we go. Okay, but then you can also go onto Craft World and download the paper, so you can have them all the time. So this is the larger version of that beautiful paper. Okay. So we're going to start off with the card base, and for this you will need a piece of cardstock that measures 7 3/4 inch squared. Then we're going to need 2 flaps that are going to open the front of our card. For this you will need 2 pieces of card that measures 4 3/8 of an inch by 7 3/4, and along the 4 3/8 of an inch side you will score at 1/2 an inch. Okay, do the same for your second piece. Before we attach these, I want to add my patterned paper, and then we're going to either punch a hole, or you can die cut a hole, or even use your craft knife, and that is where the brads are going to go to be able to turn your to lock your card up. I've got 2 pieces of paper, and I've printed this on to 300 GSM cardstock, and this measures 7 5/8 by 3 5/8, and you'll need 2 of them, and they are going to get glued onto the front sections here. And we'll also need 2 for the inside, but we're going to add the inside panels later on after we've added the mechanism bit. So go ahead and glue these down. Okay, so now we're going to add some tick marks, and for this we want both pieces with the tabs to the left, and this is just for us to add our markings. But fold those tabs in. Okay, and we're going to start with the left one. So we're going to line up our ruler with the edge of our card, and we're going to come down and tick mark at 2 5/8. Do the same to this side, come down and tick mark at 2 5/8. Line up those tick marks with your ruler, and then come in and tick mark again at 2 5/8, and then just add a cross where we added that tick mark on here. Okay, then this one we're going to do the same again. Come down 2 5/8, do it on the opposite side, 2 5/8, line up those markings, and tick mark at 2 5/8 and then mark your cross there. Okay, then what we need to do is this one here we're going to leave as it is. So you want to make sure that tab is on the left, because our hole is going to be at the top on this one. This one we're going to turn over like that, so the tab is to the right and our circle is going to be at the bottom of this panel. Okay, so remember the left one has the hole towards the top, the right one has the hole towards the bottom. I hope that makes sense. Then where we've added these crosses, that is where we're going to add a 3/4 of an inch circle. If you don't have a die or a punch, you could just cut out your own circle, and it needs to be around 3/4 of an inch. Not any bigger, not any smaller, because otherwise the paper brad or the cardstock brad that we're going to be making won't fit. I'm going to use a 3/4 of an inch die. So I'm going to place my circle and have that cross in the center, and I'm going to run that through my die cutting machine, and then I'm going to do the same for this one. Okay, so that's them now done, and we're going to pop them to the side to do the brads. So this is what we are aiming for. So I've done one obviously already to show you. So you'll need 2 pieces of cardstock that measure 1/2 inch by 4.5, and along the 4.5 inch side you will score at 3/4, 1.5, 3 and 3 3/4, and you'll repeat that with your second piece. We're going to fold on the score lines. So these middle score lines here, we are going to do a mounting fold. Okay, and then these end score lines are a valley fold. So you want it to look like that. We are going to glue these two down to this one. So we're going to add glue to this center section here, fold that over, and then fold that one over. So you're making this T shape. Don't glue these two together, because these are kind of like the legs of the brads, so they open up when we've slotted it through those holes. So just going to press that together. Okay, so now you should have two like this. Then you need to cut 2 circles that measure 1 inch. So again, you could use a punch or cut a circle out with your craft knife or use a die. And we're going to bring these two back in, and we're going to start with this left one. So we want to place the legs of the brad through the front to the back. Okay, and then we're going to turn it over, and then you're going to open the legs and just lay that flat. It's going to stick our circle over the top. Okay, so there we go, that's the first one. Then we're going to do the same with the second. So you're going to get this, place the legs through, turn it to the back, open them up, add our glue, and stick that 1 inch circle over the top. And that's what it will look like. So now we're going to add this to our 7 3/4 inch square panel. So we're going to get this one first. We're going to fold the tab over, add our glue all along the tab, and I'm just going to fold that over, and we're going to line up this fold with this edge here, and we're going to add paper to the inside so those tabs will get covered up as well, so that will finish it off nicely. and then press that down. Okay, and then we're going to do the same with this one. Okay, so that's the brads stuck down. Now we need to add these pieces to the mechanisms. So I have 2 pieces of gold mirror card that measure 5 1/8 of an inch by 3 7/8 of an inch, and then you'll need 2 pieces of white card that measure 3 3/4 by 5, and I've stamped and coloured in my centre, and then I've decorated this one with the die cuts, and I've actually coloured in these die cuts because the colours were too light and it just looked odd with my coloured image. So all I did was I actually just coloured over the images, and it looks like they have been coloured in as well. The markers that I've used are the Tri Blends from Spectrum Noir, and I've used the light green blend, the dark red blend, Fair Skin Extend, and Ice Grey Extend. Okay, so we're going to attach them in just a minute, but I'm actually going to add my paper to the inside first. Now we're going to add these two to the inside flaps, and you just need to add it to the edge of your paper because you still want the mechanism to move, and if you cover this whole piece with glue, then you'll glue that mechanism down and it won't move. So if you want to, you could just add a little bit up here and a bit down there, which I think I will do. So just add a little bit there and a bit there, okay, and leave this area completely glue free. So I'm going to place that one on there like so. And then we're going to do the same for this side. So the gold mirror card, you don't need this many layers, but if you want the same as me, then the mirror card is 7 5/8 of an inch squared. The paper is 7 1/2 inch squared, and then the white piece I just cut down to 5 7/8 by 4 1/2, and then I stamped my sentiment, so that will get glued in the middle. So that's that all done inside, and then we're going to come to the front, and you will see, because we've not added any of that glue around the mechanism, this will move nice and freely. Okay, so to attach these, I'm going to turn them, the brads, so they are long ways like this. Okay, so both of them are like that. We are going to get our first one, and we're going to just add glue to this section here. Have this corner flush with this one here. Okay, so we're going to line that up. Make sure it's all lined up along the top and this side piece here, and then just press that down. First one, and then we're going to do the same for this one, and again you're going to line up the corner and bring it right up to the edge of the card, and we're going to glue that one down. Okay, so that's all set now, and to just unlock it, you turn this bottom one this way, and then this one this way, and then you open it up like that. How cool is that? And then to lock it back up, you turn it that way, and then you turn it that way. And as you can see, we have movement because we didn't glue that mechanism down to that pattern paper on the inside, so it's easier for this to turn. So there we go, guys, that is the lock card, and I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial and give it a go. If you enjoyed this video for this series, then please give me a big thumbs up. Please continue to support my channel by hitting that subscribe button, and I'll see you next week for another video for this series. So take care guys, see you soon, bye.